Call of Duty is dying, but I think we can save it. Let me explain. First, let me take you back in time to 4 years ago. Seems like it was so long ago, but let's go back to 2019. Modern Warfare just got released again, and it was the golden age, a golden god, if you will, of Call of Duty.
I am the golden god of this place!
Everyone loved COD again. I mean, there were some bad parts, like the Timmies and Jimmies, sitting in dark corners, one hand in their Cheetos bag and the other on the controller. But, you know, it was still a return to form for Call of Duty. We looked past those things, though, and the Warzone came. It was a truly incredible time in Call of Duty history. There were so many great times and memories we all had in that game. But there really became a pattern with how the developers seemed to treat us and the game. The two times that first kind of came to mind, especially, were the Doof Doof shotgun. I'm sure we still all... I don't even want to get into it. And the Rose skin. Both of these remained in the game completely unchanged for way too long, even though that there was a community outcry. The fan base was constantly begging the developers to change it, and the developers refused. Another example of this would be they released those Makarovs, the dual Makarov pistols that had a time to kill of like 270 milliseconds when they first got released, which is about the speed that someone can react. So that was a pretty good addition to the game. And they also took a pretty decent amount of time to change that too. This really started turning the game into a Weenie Hut Jr. unhappy meal number 5 for me, and I know for many of us. I mean, you had Tweedledee and Tweedledum sitting in those dark corners with their rose skin, with their doof doofs, all this stuff. And we ignored those dark corners before, but now in a completely blacked out character skin, it becomes impossible to play the game. And then they removed Verdansk, literally one of the best battle royale maps out there, and they replaced it with probably the worst moldy refried bean of a Call of Duty map that I've ever played. They constantly remove modes that the players love and replace them with just garbage. It was like getting a cheeseburger without any cheese, man. And I'm sure we all remember Jeb's rage videos about no shipment or shoot the ship. And it would just seem to be removed on a randomly weekly basis. When Modern Warfare 2 was announced the second time, we were all really hopeful. I know that I was freaking pumped when I got my hands on the beta. It was so much fun. The sound was so nice. The guns felt good. It felt like we were kind of getting back into that Black Ops 2, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. Like that twisted era of Call of Duty. The only thing weird was that weird perk system that they decided to keep, to which the developers said, sorry, not sorry. But then basically trash decision after trash decision plagued the game, to which all of a sudden we had another doof doof in the form of the KV broadside. I guess you don't learn. And guess what also decided to make a return? A completely pitch black character skin with the added cherry on top of no voice lines whatsoever. That's completely brilliant. Also, by the way, PC players couldn't play anymore after that, what was it, Season 4? I think it was Season 4 Reloaded, when they added the Boyds in. They couldn't play anymore without any hard crashing. And oh yeah, by the way, that DMZ mode that they made out of PC parts from a back alley dumpster behind a New York pizzeria, you get punished for PvP and playing a PvP game. Yeah, great. Now I want to talk about a game company that did it right. Larian Studios. If you haven't heard, Baldur's Gate 3 released last week on PC, and I know it got released as an early access game about 3 years ago. But the entire time Larian Studios was developing this game, they listened to the fans. They talked to the fans. They kept us informed about, hey, these are our decisions. This is what we're doing. This is why we're doing it. So they had fun with their patch notes. They had fun with their patch videos. They had like these really fun kind of talking, podcasty kind of videos where they talked to us about what their changes are, what things to look forward to, things that are in development, and kind of gave us a look under the hood about what was going on. They paid attention to the player numbers and even pushed back their release date and changed their release date a few times to make sure that they delivered the best product possible as soon as possible. And because of it, they made an unprecedented RPG game, probably going to be the game of the year or maybe even the game of the decade. This is probably the best RPG out there since Witcher 3, and it may be even better than Witcher 3. Larian really stuck to their guns on a few decisions, but they also agreed with some of fans and kept in constant communication about why they decided, okay, we're going to go this way with our design versus the way that you guys wanted us to. And they were very open, and they truly made the community feel like we are all a part of creating the greatest RPG of all time. And now there's other game developers out there saying, oh, wait, no, you don't get used to that. No, there's no way we can make a game like that. We can't make games like that right now. But in my mind, especially in like the shooter model that we have now, with the live service model, we can. Game developers shouldn't be afraid to try new things, like with that perk system in Modern Warfare 2. But they shouldn't blame the player base for not liking it. And if something isn't working, then, you know, the hundreds of thousands of people playing the game might be a little bit better playtest sample than the playtesters you have in-house. I know there's some things that don't need to be changed, but there are also things that can really improve based off of all of our players' feedback. And I think that Call of Duty can really become something amazing again, as long as we, the community, and the developers work together in order to make the best product possible, that we can talk to each other in a kind way that where the end goal is to make one of the best video games that can possibly be made. I don't know, man. I mean, I really hope that gaming can return back to the focus on entertainment. And I think that's really why Baldur's Gate has exploded as much as it has. I mean, I think it peaked at 800,000 players because it was so much focused on how to make a good video game. It wasn't about how to make money. It wasn't, can we sell this pack or this cosmetic or this cosmetic. It was about how to make a really, really good game. And now look at the numbers. It's at 800,000 people playing the game. I just really hope that we can get back to those fun times instead of these corporatized money-making generators that have come about in these recent years. Well, that's all I got today, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps. And yeah, just say what your thoughts are down in the comments. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.